We got joining us again. We have Carson Vinson, recent draftee to the Baltimore Ravens, fifth round pick, number 3 pick in the 5th round, actually, all the way from Alabama A&M University
And Raleigh, too.
and Raleigh, and Raleigh.
Yeah.
Joining us. What's going on, Carson? How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. I'm blessed to be here.
Man, look, we're happy to have you here. Happy to hear. Happy to celebrate your story.
Yes,
sir.
Happy to celebrate your story and happy to hear about your success, especially going to an HBCU, talking about your experiences as an HBCU, and now being drafted in the NFL, which is your dream and the others, I'm sure. Let's talk a little bit about the draft itself.
Yes, sir.
When did you first realize I could probably really get drafted in the NFL here?
I feel like my draft, I wasn't really on much draft radars when I first got to college, going to a small school. And I started to creep on draft radars. I started getting on little accolades. And then it really exploded when I got put on the watch list for the Senior Bowl and the Shrine Bowl. When I got put on those 2 watch lists, that's when it really started exploding, really.
Wow, man. That's incredible. So you one of the few. Did John Stallworth, did he go to Senior Bowl? Are you the only HBCU?
I believe he did, yes, sir. Because
Okay.
he gave me my Senior Bowl gift.
That's right. That's
he
right,
did.
that's
Yeah,
right.
he went to the Senior Bowl.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Great guy.
Man. Just
Yeah.
a really good friend of mine. Again, we rocking with NFL draftee, Alabama A&M alum from the Gamma Phi chapter, Kappa Alpha Psi.
There you go.
Carson Vinson. He got all that.
Yes, sir.
The only thing that we got everything in common except that draft part to the NFL.
It's all good.
But we both played football at Alabama.
He's a legend too. Don't let him short. Yeah, he a legend too.
I appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
I do want to talk about the fact you went to A&M, and I obviously got recruited by a lot of people. You ended up going down there, but while you was there, the transfer portal and all those stuff started coming in play. I'm pretty sure you got pursued by some higher divisions, if you were larger schools. Why'd you stay at A&M?
I'm a loyal guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a real loyal guy, and I'm from Cary, North Carolina. Duke is right here, North Carolina's right here, NC State is right here, and frankly, they just didn't want me out of high school.
Okay.
But Alabama A&M did. Coach Maynard did.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing about Coach Maynard that a lot of people don't know, like I've known him for a long time.
Yeah.
So his nephew, I played rec basketball with him and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
Cornell
I'm knowing that
Maynard,
family. They're a great family.
Yeah, he
God
great
fearing man.
Uh-huh.
So I love Coach Maynard to death, and they're the ones. Him, Coach Taylor, Coach Lawrence. They took a chance on me, and I just wanted to stay there and keep going for them because they're the ones that gave me my chance.
Awesome. That's
That
a
is
great
great.
answer. Yes.
This is an amazing young man.
It really is, dude.
Carson
You better not even imagine. I'm just being straight up about that. Go ahead, pal.
Absolutely. So let's talk a little more about in your journey from Panther Creek to Alabama A&M to now draftee for the Baltimore Ravens. It obviously took discipline.
Right.
So take us through like your routine or what kept you disciplined, and was there a moment where you wanted to quit or thought about quitting and you broke through the discipline?
Yeah, do you always have that when sometimes when you wake up on the bed and it's 4 a.m, you're like, man, is this really for me? But every single time the answer's been yes. Mm-hmm. And I wake up early just because I got to get going. I wake up early every day, work out, do something. I do something productive to start my mind because the life is going to keep going on. Stock market's going to open, so like I'm not a big sleeper. I like to keep going whatever I do. So I'm working out. I also like eat right. I cook. I cook and make sure I have my meals straight and everything. So, it's really structured, but I'm used to having that regimen because I've done it for so long. I've been doing it for, I'll probably say, starting around my junior year is when I really started to, actually treat myself like a real athlete where I'm not just eating anything and I'm not just going around the house lounging around. I'm really working. So, and I've gotten used to that. So it's really like second nature at this point.
So was there a moment where you just really had to push through?
I have so much love for football. Like, football's always, if anything's went wrong in my life, football's been the way I solved it, Football's been my therapy through whatever I'm going through. Football's always true because you're going to get out of football what you put into it. So I've never really had any, doubts about football because football's always going to be there for me because it's going to be what I get out of it, what I put into it.
Awesome.
Just listening to you talk about your drive, your process, and how you go through things. Talk about, your educational journey real quickly, because I want a lot of people to hear that you are truly a student athlete and your educational journey, and you know football is one of your outlets, but you're still well rounded because of your educational journey. Talk about that a little bit.
Yes, sir. You know, I grew up fortunate, and I had two parents with the degrees, and you know. Education is a big thing in our household. Don't nothing happen without getting your school straight and everything else. And you know, and that's a really important thing for a lot of young guys to know too, because you're not getting to college if you're not going to class. You're in college, you're not going to be eligible if you're not going to class.
That's what I'm talking about. A lot of people need to hear, if you're not getting to college, if you're not going to class.
You're not. And, you know, so I graduated high school, I had a 3.5 GPA. I graduated college with honors, and I was an academic All-American. So, you know, those are really important things. Those are really important things to me. And then I'm also 2 classes away from my master's. So it's a lot of stuff, but, like, education is always going to be there. You get your degree, can't nobody take that away from you.
Well, obviously, man, dropping those accolades.
You're already a graduate,
right? Congratulations. But obviously, there were some people in your home that instilled those kind of values. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah. So you know, my mother, she was a teacher. Yeah. Man, I love her so much. She's done everything for me in my life. And my dad has his degrees, and my dad's real smart. He's always been on me by my school. Like, no matter what, football, that was always a big thing. But, hey, class comes first always. So, you know, I have a fantastic support system. And, you know, they really supported me through it all.
Oh, man, that's special.
That's awesome. So tell us, before we go, like, what's your mindset now? Moving on, training camp starts in a few days. So where's your head at?
Yeah, my mindset is always to dominate. You know, that's what I do. I don't go places to go fit in. I go there to show out. And, you know, that's just really who I am. You know, I didn't get this far just by fitting in. So I'm a guy who really strives to be great. I strive to be great and do the best that I can in every situation I'm put in.
Wow.
Wow, that's incredible, man. Incredible.
You don't go nowhere to fit in.
Show out.
There you go.
Look, I got bad news for you. You don't really fit in when you go play anyway. That's bad news. They see you coming. I'm gonna tell you right now. They see you coming.
On the screen, we all the same height right now.
Hey, look, Tay Diggs is 6'8" too. But he's really not. No, trust me.
Wow.
Man, but congratulations, well done. I love to hear about your entire journey. I feel like, you know, you had this entire journey right up under our very nose, and you know, you just persevered. You went all the way through this entire process, talking about COVID, talking about, you know, not having this. You've only had one graduation, right?
Yeah, my first graduation was in December at college.
That's crazy.
That was my first graduation.
That's crazy.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So, you know, it's just, we don't think about that. We take a lot of things for granted, but, you know, it's just good to see, you know, how you can persevere, how you can keep your head level. But you went into it with the process of saying, you know what, this is a family, this is a community, this is where I want to be, and kept that all the way through. And I got a feeling the Baltimore Ravens organization is going to embrace you.
Yes, sir.
They're gonna love on you, and I guarantee you go in there and put the work in. Look like we'll be going to see you in Baltimore.
Yes, sir.
Man,
yes,
sir.
Now, I'm a Washington fan now. Don't take this personal when we come see you.
It's all good. It's all good.
Look, I say we like I'm playing.
Yeah. Let me just say this, man. And you can resonate when I say this. When you talk about going to Normal, Alabama, 35762, going down the Parkway, going on the Meridian, going to Chase Road, going up to the hill, and all that, man. Yeah. It's a special place, man.
Nothing like it.
And the fact and by the way, you know that stone they put, the Capitol stone, right?
Yes, sir.
If you look down there, they got a plaque on there.
Yes, sir.
It's a name that's on that plaque that look very familiar to you. There's Errol Reese. My name is on that plaque. We put that doggone stone on there.
Yes, sir.
And thanks for keeping it there, because a lot of times I thought they was going to take it off, because you know how y'all get down there. But any final words, man? Any final words for why you got you on the show that you want to share with us?
Man, I just want to appreciate everybody, the love and support that I've gotten over this last week, and even before then, it's been amazing. You know, I'm a God-fearing man, and I wouldn't be here without him. So I just want to appreciate everybody for the support, and as I go along this journey, everybody's going along with me.
Man, I'm coming.
Yeah,
man,
there you go.
I'm all in. I'm coming. I'm all in.
God.
I'm all in. I'm all in. He's Raven too. Look, matter of fact, I may switch up.
There you go.
Well, you know, y'all side switch all the time, so you know where I'm going.
Yep.
Anytime you want to come back, hang out with us, man. Anytime you're in town, come hang out. Get a mic, because you're good behind the mic, bro.
And I want to say personally, Congratulations to your parents. Job
Yeah.
well done.
Exactly.
We really appreciate you.
Exactly.